Get this one started.
Who won that game? Do you remember? I haven't looked it up.
What, the Temple St. Joe's game?
Yeah, Temple St. Joe's. It was probably played at the Palestra.
You would ask me that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. No one knows this, so I don't expect you to know.
I'll find out.
You'll find it, but I haven't. Have you ever been to a game in the Palestra?
No, it's on my bucket list, though.
Yeah, it is on my bucket list as well. I want to go to a Penn game in the Palestra. I had some teammates that said it was amazing, but yeah, you point out Omari Moore averaging 15 on the year, 19 in Mountain West Conference, put up a lot of shots against New Mexico. Expect him to come out firing in this environment.
Ready to tip this thing off at midcourt. Diallo up against Trevin Dorius. And we are underway and controlled by Utah State. Stephen Ashworth gets the tip from Dorius. Slips it up top to Bairstow. And a quick foul away from the ball.
Elbow.
An elbow is going to go against who?
Anderson. Stephen was setting a back screen. Anderson turned around and caught him with an elbow.
Here I am trying to look up Temple St. Joe scores from last year. Stephen Ashworth inbounding underneath his own bucket, looking for Funk on the curl. Funk gets it on the right baseline. Now dribbling, puts his shoulder down, looks for the back to the basket. Turnaround jumper in the lane, off the back of the iron, tipped up and controlled by Dorius. Big offensive rebound. Hands to Shulga. Shulga at the elbow on the left wing. Kicks it back to Ashworth. Long three is up and rims out. No good. And the rebound ripped down by Tolbert and San Jose State.
Great two-handed rebound by Trevin, giving him 2 attempts early.
Cardenas swings it to Tolbert, then left to Amari Moore. Amari Moore looking for the screen, but will go right around Shulga. Has good positioning off the glass, gets it to go. That big body against Shulga and some speed and athleticism in the lane. San Jose State with an early 2-0 lead. Stephen Ashworth to Bairstow. Bairstow driving, spinning in the lane. Stops, drives, spins again, leaves it back for Ashworth, then to Funk. Taylor Funk back to Ashworth. Ashworth on the right wing, trying to get around Moore. Goes baseline, gets underneath the bucket. Skip pass on the left baseline is up and missed. Dorius, though, pulls down another rebound. It was Bairstow who missed the three. Gives it to Shulga. Shulga nearly loses the handle. Hands back to Funk. Taylor Funk on the left wing. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Funk pump fakes the three. Drives. And underhand scoop. Layup is up and good. And Utah State has their first bucket of the game. Couple of early offensive rebounds by Trevin Dorius. The last one able to get points for Utah State. Driving baseline is Tolbert. Cut off by Bairstow. Still hammering the dribble in the left post. Spins, puts the shot up, misses it, and the rebound ripped down by Taylor Funk. Funk quickly down to Dorius. Pass coming in hot. Goes off his hands and will go out of bounds. Turnover on Utah State.
Good look. That was about 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Trev's got to catch that, but it was a tough pass to catch.
Yep. So Tolbert will inbound. Cardenas brings the ball down the court, crosses the timeline, picked up there by Stephen Ashworth. Ashworth rocking, some orange shoes tonight. Nice pass in the post to Amari Moore, who's able to get the two-handed dunk. Beautiful pass, beautiful dunk, and San Jose State up 4-2. Great ball movement by the Spartans, allowing Moore to get the easy bucket. He's got all 4 of San Jose State points. Again, averaging 19 points a game in Mountain West Conference play. Shulga out of control, has to skip it to Ashworth. Now to Bairstow, back to Ashworth. He drives around Moore, gets to the elbow, kicks it right. Long three by Bairstow is short, and the rebound pulled down by San Jose State. Aggies struggling a bit from the field to start this game, 1 for 5. Cardenas slings it left to Moore. Now on the left baseline for San Jose State. Kick pass up top, back to Cardenas, then to Moore. Moore on the right side, swings it left. Cardenas trying to drive against Ashworth, nearly falls down, able to keep the dribble alive. Now picks up that dribble, hands to Moore. Moore driving baseline. His pass deflected and stolen away by Utah State. Sean Bairstow in transition. Hands to Ashworth. Ashworth, and a bad pass deflected away and stolen away as Utah State turns it right back over. Aggies a little sloppy with their offense here to start this game. Amari Moore picked up by Shulga near the U State logo at midcourt. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Moore with the dribble on the right side. Look for Cardenas. Instead, kicks it up top to Anderson. Slings it left. Good positioning. And blocked at the rim. Out of bounds. Trying to attack it was Diallo, but he is blocked by Funk, who has 2 block shots in the game against UNLV, and he's got 1 tonight. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with San Jose State with, should be, how much time on the shot clock?
They went because it hit the rim.
Oh,
gotcha.
It
got
yep.
pinned against the rim.
Good
so
catch. So they put 20. I thought it was 8. Yeah, it will reset because it did hit the rim on the block shot. Diallo hands back to Moore. Moore trying to drive at the elbow to Cardenas. Cardenas trying to cook a bit on Ashworth. Swings it to the left side. Then back to the right to Moore. Moore against Shulga. Picks up the dribble. 5 on the shot clock. Driving is Anderson. Shot off the front of the iron is missed. Ball goes out of bounds, and whoa, they're going to stay. It stays with San Jose State.
On that previous play, great timing by Funk. Trev got caught on the high side. Diallo did a good job of sealing him, but Funk came from the weak side. Really good team defense.
So put 20 back on the shot clock for San Jose State. And they're going to have to go look and see how much. Probably look at the monitor here a bit, or at least talk to the scoring table. 16-13 left here in the first half with San Jose State out to an early 4-2 lead. But Utah State a little on the sloppy side offensively.
Yeah, offensively getting in the lane, but then not converting and doing anything with it. I think San Jose State's doing a good job of just staying with their man and being solid and not overly aggressive and over helping. So that's caused Utah State to not really have a flow or a rhythm on offense. So see if they can figure that out. I would imagine with this time, it's unofficial timeout. Getting set, I see Ryan Odom talking to his team, trying to figure out what they're going to come with next.
So we'll go to a full media timeout. If you didn't hear the official yell it out, 1 minute media timeout. We'll count it for our under 16 break. You're listening to Aggie basketball. San Jose State out to an early 4-2 lead over the Aggies on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield.
Maybe you
Welcome on back. You're listening to Aggie basketball from Learfield. Utah State Athletics and America First Credit Union, featuring the academic success of USU student athletes on social media channels. This week, Peyton Tevens from the women's track and field team is named your America First Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. All right, so can you, I was not paying attention when the official came over and said something. Can you share what he shared, or share what he said?
He was just talking about the shot clock, making sure that when the refs signal a reset of the shot clock, that they just do it.
Oh, okay.
There was some hesitancy, I think, on the one you were talking about when they pinned it against the rim. Should it go to 8? Should it not?
Gotcha.
And that kind of stuff. So just a little clarification. Everyone's still not used to a Saturday matinee, so they're still waking up a little bit.
Getting into our groove here.
Yep.
All right. So San Jose State has 20 on the shot clock. They will inbound underneath their own bucket with 16-13 left here in the half. And San Jose State leading 4-2. Cardenas inbounds up top to Moore. Moore on the right wing looking for a screen. Comes near the midcourt logo, then kicks it to Cardenas. He drives. Bounce pass, badly passed and easily stolen away by Bairstow, who is driving in transition and draws the foul on Diallo. Did a good job getting in front of him and slowing way down and creating the contact.
That's exactly right. It's like on the freeway, those scams where they try to get rear-ended. I would have been so upset if the ref would have called that on me, because as a big man, you're sprinting full speed. What are you supposed to do? But props to Sean for getting in front of him, putting the brakes on.
Robert Viola, who is a transfer from Fresno State, comes into the game. He has been really key to the improved play of San Jose State. Also, Tibet Gorner also into the game for San Jose State. Bairstow on the right wing, hands to Ashworth. Ashworth driving. Ashworth's got a lane, but decides to cut it and leaves it to Bairstow. Back to Shulga. Shulga rises. Three. Yes! Max Shulga buries the three, and the Aggies have their first lead of the game, 5-4.
Need to see more of that from Max. Sean's been a little aggressive from the three-point line. Rather have Max take those.
Viola on the left wing. Hands to Moore. Moore's got all 4 points, and his pass in the post stolen away. Quickly to Bairstow. Bairstow back to Ashworth. Three. No, there's the three. He takes it and can't get it to go. Should have taken it the first shot, right?
Yep, don't hesitate. Pop it up.
Cardenas slips it to Gorner. Gorner cross-court pass to Moore. Moore on the left wing. Hands to Tolbert. Tolbert cross-court pass back to Gorner, to Cardenas. Looking for a screen. Cardenas still working around that screen. Now gets to the right wing. Drives. Gets his man up in the air. Slips it to Tolbert. Loses the handle. Kicks it left. Long three is up and good. And it'll be Gorner who gets that corner three and gives San Jose State the lead back 7-5.
He's a good player. Arizona transfer out of Orange Lutheran, originally from Turkey. He's a very typical Euro 4-man.
RJ Idlerock's going to check in on the next dead ball. Nice hook shot in the lane, but it won't go for Trevin Dorius. And Utah State trails 7-5. Aggies now 2 of 8 from the field and only 1 of 5 from three-point line. Amari Moore slowing things down at the midcourt logo, gets a screen, steps back, takes the long three, and can't get it to go off the back of the iron.
If the Aggies can keep him shooting threes, that's perfect. It's when he gets in the lane and starts causing some problems.
Yep, 31% three-point shooter. You'll give him that shot.
Yep.
Funk to Bairstow. Aggies again getting a little sticky offensively. Bairstow drives, kicks it, bounce pass to Dorius, who lays it up and in. Once I said the offense starts to slow down, just like that, Bairstow drives, gets the nice dish, and Dorius has his first bucket of the night, and we're all square at 7 apiece. Cardenas, left wing to Moore. Moore, who's been absolutely fantastic in his career at San Jose State. Back to Cardenas, takes a step back behind the three-point line. Viola now at the left elbow against Dorius, tries to challenge him in the post, lost the handle on the way up, regroups, hands to Cardenas. Cardenas, his floater off the back of the iron, missed, and the rebound brought down by San Jose State, offensive board. Gorner kicks it to Tolbert. Tolbert, long three, misses it. Rebound fought for and controlled by Cardenas. Attacks, gets the bucket. Cardenas, pesky.
Spanish guard out of Granada. Good basketball player, but Trev's got to come up with that.
Yep. Another turnover. Nope, Utah State able to recollect as Shulga has the ball knocked out of his hands. Funk takes the three and almost got the end one, but he'll have 3 free throws as he was fouled on the shot. 3 Aggies coming into the game. RJ Adlerock, Dan Ack, and Z Hamoda. Again, Z missed that game against UNLV due to an illness, but is back in the lineup, and after this first free throw attempt, will check into the game.
Substitutions, I think, welcome. I see Trevin huffing and puffing. I think he's ready for one. Probably has been for the last 2 minutes.
Aggies down 9-7, down by 2 to San Jose State. 12:53 left here in the first half, and Funk gets the free throw to go. Used every part of that rim, but got the friendly roll. And 2 more free throws coming up. Taylor Funk has just been fantastic. Had a 6-game stretch where he just couldn't throw the ball into the ocean, and since then he's just been on fire from beyond the three-point line, shooting over 50% in the last 4 games.
Yeah, you look at his statistics from conference. He's the leading scorer on the team for conference games, shooting 48% from three-point range.
Free throw is up and good. And Taylor Funk will sit out. Hamoda comes in, but Taylor Funk 3 for 3, and the Aggies lead by 1, 10-9. Aggies shooting 33%, San Jose State 40%. And San Jose State, one of the better rebounding teams in the conference, out-rebounding Utah State 7-4. Diallo on a bad pass goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Utah State. Turnovers, that's already the 4th turnover of the game for San Jose State. Aggie crowd letting them hear about it a bit.
Both teams being loose with the ball. San Jose a little more so, but both teams pretty loose.
Utah State with a 1-point lead, looking to add to it, 10-9 with 12:37 left here in the first half. Sean Bairstow leaves it for Akin. Akin, assaults the rim with a two-handed dunk on the pass from Bairstow. Cardenas into the lane again, works left side, kicks it up top to Garrett Anderson, who just checked into the game. Hands back to Cardenas. Now working the left post with Diallo up against Akin, gets around him and floats it up and in. Great movement in the post, gets a good look and gets it to go. And Utah State lead is 12-11. RJ Idlerock driving against Cardenas. Hands back to Ashworth. Ashworth up top to Hamoda. Hamoda on the left wing, gets around his man, driving. Hamoda off the glass, no good. Akin tries to keep it in play but cannot, and Cardenas comes away with it. Outlets it to Moore. Amari Moore is not going to sit much in this game tonight. He's averaging 36.5 minutes a game, and they need him to play all of them. Diallo kicks it back to Moore, back to Cardenas, lines up the baseline three and overshoots it by a mile. Excuse me, that was Garrett Anderson, not Cardenas. And a foul down low on the rebound goes against San Jose State. That brings us to our under 12 timeout with Utah State leading by 1, 12-11, 11:32 timeline. Stephen Ashworth 0 for 3 for 3 to start the game. Driving is Moore, attacking, right-hand layup up and good, and gives San Jose State the lead back 13-12. When he gets that head of steam, watch out.
Yeah, especially going to his right. Utah State's got to be better at forcing him left. That's definitely his weaker hand.
RJ Idlerock driving into the lane, looking left to Bairstow. Bairstow back to Idlerock. Idlerock with 13 seconds on the shot clock, gets around Cardenas, leaves it for Hamoda, and Hamoda traveled with it before the dribble. So another turnover on Utah State. That's 3 on the Aggies, 4 for San Jose State, and the Spartans with a 1-point lead with 10:39 left here in the half. And Stephen Ashworth is going to take a breather. Aggies on the court, Bairstow, Shulga, Hamoda, RJ Idlerock, and Dan Akin. Now the biggest scoring lineup here for Utah State. Amari Moore, harassed by Hamoda, gives it to Diallo, then to Cardenas. Cardenas on the right wing, guarded closely by Shulga. Looking for Moore. Moore gets the cross-court pass, driving once again, then kicks it to Viola. He's in trouble, but reverse layup missed, and the rebound brought down by San Jose State. An offensive board, blocked at the rim, but Diallo is able to get to the free throw line as he's able to get the offensive board, and he'll have 2 free throws after the foul.
That was a big-time rebound by Diallo, going up, getting it off the rim, not right on the rim, but very athletic play. Kid transferred from Ohio State, long, athletic, and talented for sure.
7 foot, 220-pound junior from Senegal. Again, started his career at Ohio State. Makes the free throw, and he's only a 48.7% free throw shooter. And you can see with that motion,
I was going to say that was a little bit of a knuckleball.
It kind of assaulted the rim with that shot, but it doesn't matter. It goes in. That's all that counts. Here comes number 2. And it is up. A little bit better motion there, and he knocks it down. 2 for 2 on that trip.
That was softer. Your description of him assaulting the rim with that first one, I couldn't have said it better, but that was softer.
15-12, San Jose State with their largest lead of 3. And the Aggies with a great crowd here in Logan, Utah. Needs to find a way to try to get back into a groove. Idlerock driving, and Idlerock gets underneath, leaves it for Akin. Akin lays it up and draws the foul, and he'll get a free throw. Thought for a moment RJ should have gone up with it, but instead he slips it to Akin, who gets the bucket and the end one.
Yeah, with this lineup, I would tell you I would hope Max would assert himself and get a little more aggressive offensively. But both times down the floor last time, Idlerock's been the more aggressive one. Taylor
Funk's going to check in. Atkins' free throw is way off. And is it another lane violation? We need to go back and talk to Ashley on how many lane violations he's drawn this year, because it has been an impressive number.
It's that pause. He has a little hitch in it where he gets it up and then he pauses, causes guys to go.
So Akin gets another crack at it after missing the first free throw. Here's the second one and gets it to go. 15 all after the 3-point play from Dan Akin. And Utah State ties the game up. Amari Moore up against Z Hamoda. This will be a fascinating matchup. Let's see how Z handles him. Works it to Viola. Viola driving against Akin, and Akin gets hit with a foul on the drive. That'll be only the second foul on Utah State. San Jose State already with 5 team fouls. And Amari Moore will inbound, put 20 back on the shot clock. Inbound to Viola. Hands to Moore. Moore behind the three-point line. Gets into lane, and another foul is going to go against Utah State. Aggies thought they got a turnover there, but ball knocked away.
Let's see the replay and see what it was. Yeah, he got armed. It was incidental, but it was arm. I would have called the foul on Hamoda as well.
So Z picks up the foul. Aggies with 3 team fouls. 1 on Bairstow, Akin, and Hamoda. 20 back on the shot clock. Cardenas slipped past to Viola, lost the handle, looked like he was going to go up with it, has to regroup, still in the lane. The hook shot from 5 feet out goes for Viola, and Utah State sees San Jose State push the lead back up to 2, 17-15. Shulga draws the foul on Moore, and that'll be the 16th foul on the Spartans. 1 more to put Utah State in the bonus. Into the game comes Gorner, number 31. As you mentioned, 6'9", 200-pound sophomore from Turkey. Started his college career at Arizona before transferring to San Jose State. Shulga looking for Hamoda to come up. Kicks it to Hamoda, back to Shulga. Shulga on the right wing. He's 1 for 1 for 3 tonight. Hands to Idlerock, back to Shulga. He'll take the straightaway 3, and it will not go, and goes over the back of the basket, and it will go to San Jose State. 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. Utah State trailing the Spartans 17-15. Neither team really able to get much into any kind of a groove, any kind of a tempo, which probably favors San Jose State. Amari Moore gets a nice screen from Viola, drives, lets Hamoda go right past, but misses the layup opportunity, but the rebound comes back to San Jose State. Gorner's able to collect, hands it to Moore. Moore dancing around a screen, drives, kicks it right, long 3 is up and good from the right baseline, and San Jose State has their largest lead of 5. Utah State wanted an illegal screen there by Gorner and didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to give him the scouting report. Don't let Moore go right. That's what he wants to do. He's a good creator, he's a good scorer, that's what he wants.
Idlerock splits the double team. Upper hand layup, misses the layup, and the rebound goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Utah State. Great move to get into the lane by R.J. Idlerock, but just couldn't finish at the rim.
Yeah, R.J. asserting himself offensively and actually getting the Aggies some good looks. Z coming in, not giving a lot to the team defensively right now and offensively as well.
Coming off that illness, which caused him to miss that UNLV game. Shulga hands to Funk. Funk to Akin. Akin gives it right back to Funk. Funk caught up, leaves it to kicks back to Tolbert. Tolbert with the baseline drive. Double teamed. Anderson, he gets the elbow. A horrible pass, and it'll be an over and back. And the ball will go back to Utah State. Garrett Anderson, again, the true freshman from Phoenix, Arizona. 6'5", 185-pound player. Has been caught a little bit with the turnover bug this year. And gives Utah State a bit of a gimme there.
Coach Miles immediately went to his bench, said, let's sit that freshman down. Wasn't happy with him. Give him credit, though. He didn't chew him out. He just turned his back on him.
Which might be worse, actually.
Yeah, it could be worse.
You know you're in trouble when they stop talking to you. Stephen Ashworth gets the inbounds against Moore. Works to the left side. A little bit of a switching by San Jose State. Shulga driving in the lane. Caught up in the air. Has to give it all the way up to Bairstow, who saves it and dishes back to Ashworth. Ashworth with 7-6, launches the long 3, a little bit short, and the rebound pulled down by San Jose State. Ashworth 0 for 4 for 3 to start this game. Number 2 in the country in three-point shooting percentage. And the pass in the post is deflected away, stays with San Jose State. Have been held down that number 1 spot for a long time until this last game, the UNLV game, where he went 2 for 7 from 3, and he fell down to number 2 in the nation. Amari Moore driving, Amari Moore attacking. Can't get the shot to go, but it goes out of bounds. And it'll stay with San Jose State. Nope, they're going to call a foul on Utah State. Either way, that's the 14th foul. Shulga gets hit with the foul, put 20 back on the shot clock.
Key to the game, rebounding. San Jose State just beating Utah State up on the boards right now, 15-6.
7 offensive rebounds, too. Another offensive rebound and another foul on a missed shot, and that one's going to go against Funk, and it's going to send Viola to the line for free throws. That's 8 offensive rebounds as Utah State's being out-rebounded 16-6.
There's a reason why it was a key to the game, Scotty. Do you think I should have mentioned it to him in the locker room?
If not, you need to go in at halftime and say something.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go in at halftime.
Viola shooting the first of 2 free throws and gets it to go. San Jose State 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Viola only a 57% free throw shooter, but looked good on that first one. One more coming up. San Jose State with their largest lead of 6, 23-17. Free throw number 2 coming up and knocks it down. So you got a 48% free throw shooter goes 2 for 2 and a 57% free throw shooter goes 2 for 2. Maybe that kind of night so far for San Jose State, leading by 7, 24-17. Funk draws a foul, or let's see who the foul goes against and who will be going to the line. San Jose State gets hit with a hold.
They were running a cross screen play to get Bairstow in the post on the left block, and his man got caught holding him. So Bairstow goes to the line. So
Bairstow, who went 0 for 1 on his first trip, missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Will have another front end of a 1-and-1. Let's see if Sean can get it dialed in here. Sean Bairstow on the season, just a 55% free throw shooter, and makes the first one. One more coming up.
You know, Sean's shooting a higher percentage from 3, almost as high from 3-point range. He's actually shot a great percentage from 3, but it's because he's been so selective this year.
Second free throw, looks good, it is good. Knocks it down, Trevin Dorius is going to check in. Dan Atkin gets a breather, and the Aggies cut San Jose State's lead to 5. Let's see if Utah State can go on a run here, get some offense going.
It's going to be rebounds. I mean, let's get stops, get rebounds, and get out in transition.
Cardenas to Moore. Amari Moore's got 6 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Works around Shulga. Tries to drive, kicks it right. Looking 3 is up and good, and Gorner is able to get it to go. It's up to an 8-point lead, 27-19. It's exactly what San Jose State does. More drives, more kicks, and a lot of times you get some good looks from 3. Trevin Dorius has the ball slapped out of his hands. Oh my goodness, here comes San Jose State going the other way. Cardenas, as the Aggies just sloppy with the ball here with 5 turnovers. Cardenas in the lane, misses the layup, gets his own offensive rebound. In traffic, slings it left. Gorner collects, hands to Moore, and Moore attacks the rim, will not get the bucket, but does draw the foul. Seems like somebody needs to hand some Red Bulls over to some of these players because it's just not great tonight.
No, they definitely look flat, and like I said, San Jose's just playing harder than they are right now. You look at this rebounding margin, 17-6. They're just playing harder.
Yep. Here comes Amari Moore trying to give San Jose State a double-digit lead and makes the first free throw. It's a 9-point game, 28-19. Aggie fans well represented here at the Spectrum, trying to see this team get going. Second free throw is good. So 2 for 2 from the line for Amari Moore. And there you go, a 10-point lead for the Spartans, who came in as heavy underdogs in this game today against Utah State. Bairstow looking to drive, bounce pass to Dorius, nearly lost the handle, and he did. That's back-to-back turnovers for Trevin Dorius. Amari Moore crosses the timeline. Amari Moore behind the three-point line to Cardenas, back to Moore. Moore trying to drive, and an offensive foul goes against Cardenas on the illegal screen. 5:04 left. Utah State has not made a field goal in the last 3 minutes, and 6 turnovers. 5 turnovers for Utah State. 2 on Dorius. Funk has got a turnover. Ashworth has got a turnover, as well as Z. Hamoda.
They've got the play call. Let's see them get this and make a run before we get to halftime.
Dorius to Shulga. Shulga hands to Ashworth. Ashworth up under, bounce pass to Dorius. Dorius with the floater, can't get it to go. Nice offensive rebound, pulled down by Bairstow, kicks it up top to Shulga, then to Funk. Funk for 3, no good. Another offensive rebound, put back and in by Bairstow. That might be what Utah State needs to kind of jolt things loose a little bit, and Tim Miles does not like it and calls a quick timeout with 4:37 left in the first half. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Coach's timeout. You're listening to Aggie Basketball from Learfield. And Utah State tries to get things going.
Yeah, it's the rebounding margin is indicative of just energy level. And right now, San Jose State's energy is much higher.
29-21, 8-point lead for the Spartans. Inbound to Amari Moore. Amari works down the court, picked up by Bairstow.
Got a 1-3-1 now coming, switching it up on him a little bit.
Cardenas, cross-court pass to Moore. Aggie showing that zone. Back to Cardenas. Cardenas sees that zone, kicks it back to Moore. Moore will rise for a three and miss it off the front of the iron, but gets his own offensive board. Back to Cardenas. He's a better three-point shooter, and he shows it as he knocks it down from the right wing. Again, offensive rebounds leading to points for San Jose State, who now lead by 11, 32-21.
So frustrating as a coach. It was a good look defensively, and then Sean just leaked out instead of staying to block Moore out.
That's one thing, too, when you go to that zone, it is tough to rebound out of that zone. Ashworth driving. Ashworth underneath his own bucket. Works to the left side, hands back to Funk. Cross-court pass to Shulga. Shulga on the right wing. Comes around the screen. Shulga up, under, in trouble. Back to Ashworth. Lines up the straightaway three. Gets that three right back. Ashworth off the schneid, buries it, and Utah State down by 8, 32-24. San Jose State sees Amari Moore cross the timeline. Gets around a screen. Draws Dorius out of the paint. Hands back to Gorner. He's got a good look for three, and he knocks it down. And San Jose State going shot for shot, not letting Utah State get back into this game. Back to an 11-point game, 35-24. Bairstow drives. Bairstow puts his shoulder down. Bairstow turnaround jumper is no good, but a put back up and in by Dorius. Gets the offensive board and lays it up and in.
A little life in these guys. Now you got to get a stop, though.
35-26. As San Jose State is led by as many as 11, lead by 9. Diallo. Hands to Tolbert. Tolbert, push shot in the lane, missed, and a rebound ripped down by Utah State as Bairstow slips it over to Ashworth.
Great box out by Trev there.
Ashworth still with the dribble. Kicks it to Bairstow, back to Ashworth. Ashworth lines up more, gets past him, swings a cross-court pass to Shulga. Shulga into the lane. Shulga needs to get rid of it. Finally, thought the ball was deflected away, but they're going to say Shulga turns it over. Ashworth was not there, and the ball goes out of bounds. Timeout on the court. We'll take it. 35-26. The Spartans lead by 9. 2:17 left to go in the first half on the Aggie Sports. Cardenas on the left wing. Hands over to Amari Moore. Up top to Diallo. Back to Cardenas. Cardenas comes around the Diallo screen. Driving, rising, takes the jumper and won't go. Wow, did everything but drop for him. Good look, just wouldn't fall. Ashworth lines up the three and gets the three. Yes, sir, Stephen Ashworth. Aggies need some kind of energy, and he goes to the crowd and said, let's hear it. Crowd answers right back. 40-33. Utah State down by 7. Diallo kicks it right on the baseline. Up top to Moore. Moore, as they try to find Diallo, Ashworth comes in front of him and steals it away. Dorius had fallen down. Ashworth realizing it, takes the three in transition, knocks it down. Stephen Ashworth, the three, the steal, and the three again. And the Aggies down 4, 40-36. Tim Miles says play on. He's not going to call a timeout. Crowd's into it. Amari Moore, guarded by Shulga. Gets a screen from Diallo. Gets into the lane, then retreats. Tries to drive again on Yalgo. Nice pass, but a miss at the rim. Rebound by Dorius. Here comes Ashworth. Gives it to Shulga. He'll rise for three. He hits! And the Aggies down 1, 40-39. It's on fire here in Logan. Utah State on a 9-0 run with back-to-back-to-back threes. Tim Miles not calling a timeout. Wants to see how his guys respond. Diallo back to Cardenas. Cardenas beyond the three-point line. Kicks it right. Tolbert. Hands to Anderson. Anderson on the right wing, back to Cardenas. Cardenas driving against Ashworth. Nearly lost it. Spins. Kiss off the glass. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Whose ball? San Jose State's.
It's going to come down to rebounds. I don't even want them to win the rebounding margin for the game. Just win this half. That's all they got to do. If they can win this half on the rebounding end, they're going to win this basketball game.
Aggies on a 9-0 run, but another 20 seconds on the clock for San Jose State after the Aggies unable to corral the rebound. Amari Moore drives, blocked from behind. Moore keeps it in play though, 12 seconds. Retreats behind the three-point line. Shulga's there to harass him. Amari Moore still driving. Another shot. This one goes. Amari Moore is special, folks. Make no mistake, he snaps Utah State's 9-0 run. San Jose State leads by 3, 42-39. Ashworth, another deep three. No good. Tipped around, controlled by Gorner.
Heat check by Steven. I don't mind that in this situation at all.
Amari Moore with San Jose State leading by 3. Aggies have cut it to 1 until that Amari Moore bucket. Diallo. Back to Moore, back to Diallo. He's got positioning down low and lays it up and in. So a 4-0 run answering Utah State's 9-0 run, and the lead is back to 5, and it's all about Amari Moore driving into the lane. Sean Bairstow, hands back to Shulga, back to Ashworth. 44-39. San Jose State leads by 5. Taylor Funk behind the three-point line, leaves it for Dorius. His floater in the lane is up and good. Great job by Trevin Dorius. 44-41. Dorius has 8 points on the night tonight, 4 of 8 from the field. Shulga in double figures with 10.
Trev needs a sub.
Cardenas, wide open left wing. Looks good, it is good from the three-point line. Oh, every time Utah State gets close, San Jose State answers right back. It's a 6-point game, 47-41. Cardenas with 8 points on the night tonight. He's 2 of 3 from 3. Ashworth on the baseline. Ashworth hands back to Dorius, gives it right back to Ashworth, but the ball is deflected away and it's out of bounds as Amari Moore stepped on the line. It's Utah State's ball with 15 seconds on the shot clock. All right, that brings us to our under 16 timeout. Utah State down by 6, 47-41 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Run and then cut it all the way down to 1, but since then San Jose State's pushed the lead back to 6. Back and forth we go. San Jose State came into the game not a great three-point shooting team, although they shoot it a lot. About a 33% three-point shooting team, but they're shooting 54% on the day today. 6 of 11 on the game. Utah State's 5 of 14, only 35%. Did you know 74% of Utahns get prescriptions from a friend or family member? That's why we all have a role to play in prescription safety. To learn more, visit knowyourscript.org.
When you look at it from a stat box right now, it's just the fact that obviously San Jose State's shooting a good percentage, as you mentioned, but they've gotten more shot attempts, coming back, offensive rebound, being aggressive. Now Utah State's showing more energy right now, and will take the ball out on the right sideline, but have to win the rebounding battle to not give San Jose State these extra shots.
San Jose State 10 extra points, 18-8 in second chance opportunities tonight. Ashworth, floater with the right hand in the lane, banks it in. I was going to say it's a little long, but yeah, that's right, because he banked it in. Utah State down by 4, 47-43. Coaching staff trying to get this Aggie crowd into it. Cardenas, who just hit a big three. Z Hamoda comes out to guard him, hands over to Gorner, straightaway three. That's good. Oh my goodness, it's raining threes for San Jose State. They are 7 of 12 from beyond the three-point line, and it's back to a 7-point game, the halftime deficit. 50-43. Hamoda, he'll line up a straightaway three, and that is good. Gets it right back. Big shot by Z, whose three-point shot hasn't been great over the last stretch of games, but he nailed that one when it counted. 50-46. And again, it comes down to stops here, Spencer.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Amari Moore against Z, drives, puts a body into him, leaves it short, gets his own rebound, lost the handle. It's collected by San Jose State. And a foul is going to go against Ashworth, who got under the body of Viola. With 13:55 left in the half, but another offensive rebound for San Jose State, who has got 13 on the game tonight. 20 seconds back in the shot clock after the Ashworth foul. Inbound to Moore, and another
screen.
No, it's on Z. That'll be the third team foul on Utah State. Put 20 back on the board for San Jose State. They'll inbound here on the near side. Amoda's got 2. At 50-46, 4-point lead for San Jose State. Inbound to Moore, gives it quickly to Cardenas. Cardenas down low, great look, and a layup is up and good. Beautiful setup. Viola gets the layup. It's a 6-point lead for San Jose State.
No help side defense. Everyone just hugging their man.
Ashworth swings it cross court to Eilerock. He'll take the three. That's good. RJ Eilerock buries the three. Aggies down by 3, 52-49. RJ getting in the mix when the Aggies need it. Moore trying to get around Hamoda. Hamoda cuts him off, leaves it for Viola. Then right to Tolbert. Tolbert loses the handle. Ball's on the court, picked up by Eilerock. RJ driving, RJ attacks, lays it up and in! Utah State down by 1, 52-51. A 5-0 run by RJ Eilerock. Crowd into this one here in Logan. Cardenas slings it to Tolbert. And Viola, again, nearly lost it. Finally gets it back to Tolbert. Tolbert in trouble, kicks it to Viola on the right wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Viola has good positioning down low, misses the layup. Atkin gets the rebound. No offensive board there. And Utah State has a chance to take the lead. Ashworth. Bounce pass to Atkin. Atkin puts his body down, spins, lays up. Yes, Utah State leads. 53-52. Aggies have made their last 6 field goals. And again, Tim Miles says, bring it down. I'm not calling a timeout. You guys figure it out. Cardenas hands to Moore. Moore with Ashworth on him. Hands to Viola. Back to Moore. Moore gets to the elbow. Cross-court pass. Cardenas. Good look for 3, and it's good. Hamoda came back to try to put a hand in his face, but San Jose State takes the lead back by 2, 55-53. And the Spartans 3 for 3 from 3 here in the second half. Ashworth thought about the 3, hands to Atkin, a low pass, but Atkin's able to collect. Atkin has the ball stolen away from him. Another paint turnover by Utah State. Big men have had their pockets picked quite a few times tonight. So San Jose State with the ball in a 2-point lead. It's the 8th turnover for Utah State tonight. Cardenas creates contact, long 3 up and good. And they're going to call a technical flopping on Ashworth too. The 3 is going to count, and they're going to get Ashworth with a flop. You got to be kidding me. Timeout on the court. The Aggies are fired up about this one. Cardenas put his shoulder, knocked over Ashworth, took a step back, knocked the three, and then Ashworth got the technical free throw for the trouble. 58-53. This is Aggie basketball from Learfield. .58-53 is our score. 11:34 left to go here in the ball game as San Jose State leads by 5. Hey, remember, nothing beats the power and excitement of live events like TicketSmarter. For all the best sports, concerts, and theater events, visit TicketSmarter.com or on the app. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets. Well, we got a dogfight going on here. San Jose State's not going away. They lead by 5. Every time Utah State makes a run and takes the lead back, the Spartans answer right back. San Jose State's 4 for 4 from 3 here in the second half. 9 of 14 for the game. And Utah State, hey, they're 5 of 6 from 3 here in the second half, but have not been able to really gain much ground as it stands right now. A 6-point game, and Cardenas has a chance to push it to 7 after the 3 and the flopping call on Ashworth. Cardenas steps to the line. Free throw is up. Free throw is good. And Cardenas, by the way, has now got 15 points. He's 4 of 5 from the three-point line. 3 of those coming here in the second half.
Not a great sign for the Aggies when you look at how well they've played offensively, the shots that they've hit, and they've only made up ground of 1 point from halftime.
59-53. Sean Bairstow hands to Hamoda. Over to Akin at the elbow. Akin back to Hamoda. Hamoda leaves it for Akin. Akin draws the foul on the drive, and he'll have 2 free throws. 59-53. Aggies down by 6, and Akin, who went 0 for 2 from the line his last trip, has a chance for 2 here. Shooting 2 free throws, Dan Akin. First free throw is good. 1 more coming up for Dan. Dan's got 7 points on the night tonight. Actually make that 8 with that free throw, as well as 3 rebounds. Ashworth and Shulga both in double figures. Ashworth with 11, Shulga with 10. 9 points now for Akin as he makes both free throws, and the lead is 4, 59-55. Into the game is Trey Anderson to Moore, then to Diallo. Diallo looking for Cardenas, who's just been outstanding, especially here in the second half. Swings it left to Anderson, then to Gorner. Gorner, who was perfect from the three-point line in the first half, to Diallo. Utah State playing a little bit more inspired defensively. Cross-court pass to Cardenas, though, wide open for 3. Missed it, surprisingly. Fight for the rebound, and a foul's going to go against San Jose State. It'll either go against Moore or Diallo, and it's against Moore on the rebound foul. So Utah State down 4. That'll be the 4th team foul on San Jose State, 3 on Utah State. And the Aggies come away finally forcing San Jose State with an empty possession. Inbound to Shulga. Shulga crossing the timeline, working left to right. Hands to Hamoda, who has a big 3 here in the second half as well. Bairstow. Bounce pass to Akin, who slips down, and they'll hit him with the travel. A wet spot on the court, and he tried to stop and slipped, and they hit him with the travel. So Utah State turns it over, 59-55. Hate it when that happens, too.
Yeah. Missed opportunity.
Amari Moore comes around the screen, leaves it left for Cardenas, who finally missed a three here in the second half. Cross-court pass up top to Moore, then to Cardenas, down the post to Diallo. Diallo, a little bit of a mismatch as he's up against Shulga, misses the shot though, and Atkin gets the rebound. Hamoda crossing the timeline. Hamoda on the right wing. Aggies down 59-55 as we reach the 10-minute mark. Hamoda still driving. Floater, right hand, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Atkin. Offensive board to RJ Idlerock. RJ steps back with 17 seconds on the shot clock against Cardenas. Bounce pass down low to Atkin. It's going to slip, and Hamoda, can he keep it in play? He cannot. It'll go out of bounds, and another turnover. Back-to-back turnovers for Utah State when the lead is 4 and the Aggies unable to crack the code. Viola's going to check in for Diallo. And, yep, Ashworth's going to check in.
I was going to say,
Aggies just need some offense out there.
Yeah, Aggies need some offense. The flow isn't great right now. Get Stephen back in the game. Under 10 minutes to go. 5-point deficit, 4-point deficit.
59-55, 9:48 and counting left here in the second half. Amari Moore crosses the timeline. Hamoda fights through a screen from Diallo. Moore still on the right wing to Cardenas. Back to Moore. Moore driving, Moore attacking, leads at right baseline, then to Cardenas. Cardenas right to Gorner. Great ball movement here. Leads to a long three by Moore, is missed, and another rebound pulled down by Shulga. Shulga in transition to Hamoda. Hamoda lost the handle. Oh my gosh. The pass to Shulga was right in the hands of Hamoda, and he couldn't control it, and it goes out of bounds. 3 straight turnovers with the Aggies down 4, and they're getting stopped, Spencer, but they just can't convert them to points on the other end.
Getting rebounds, doing what they need to do, offensively struggling. You have Z in there for the defense, obviously, but he's hurting them offensively with turnovers right now.
And certainly, sooner or later, the basketball gods are going to right the ship here. If they give you opportunities, if you can't take advantage, it's not going to go your way. Viola up against Atkin. Puts his shoulder into him, and that's going to be a foul, offensive foul. Viola steps over the top of Atkin. Atkin smiles and says, I got you on that one. Here comes Funk into the game. 59-55. Both teams have been scoreless over the last 2.5 minutes. Unfortunately, San Jose State has given the Aggies some opportunities here, but Utah State can't take advantage. Inbound to Shulga.
Going to put Max at the 1 and Steven at the 2.
Shulga double teamed outside the three-point line. Hands over to Ashworth. Ashworth drives. Ashworth leaves back to Shulga. Shulga baseline drive, leaves it for Atkin. Bad pass. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Utah State's ball. Atkin tried to keep it in play but couldn't, but unfortunately it goes off a San Jose State Spartan.
I think Cardenas got away with slapping Dan's wrist.
Ashworth on the baseline, 13 seconds on the shot clock, 8:45 left in the half in the game, with Utah State trailing by 4, 59-55. Ashworth, good look, wide open three. Yes, sir, buries it. Aggies down 1. Stephen Ashworth starting to feel it. Cardenas tries to cross over Shulga. Hands over to Anderson, Trey Anderson, then to Viola. Now with Moore with the ball, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Cardenas works it left. Gornett takes the 3, misses it, and the rebound pulled down by Utah State. Shulga in transition, waiting for everybody else to catch up. Shulga driving. Shulga's got a layup. It's up and good. Utah State leads by 1, 60-59. Oh, baby, Aggies on a 7-0 run. 8 minutes exactly left to go in the game. What a game here in Logan. Moore gets a screen. Moore trying to drive left. Shulga's on his back pocket. Now he drives right. Attacks off the glass. Got it to go. Amari Moore with 14 points on the night tonight. He's also dished out 7 assists. And the lead goes back to San Jose State, 61-60. Atkin in the post. He's off the glass. He gets it to go. And Utah State leads 62-61. Cardenas crosses the timeline at the midcourt stripe. Hands to Gorner, then to Moore. Moore on the left wing, dishes to Anderson. Anderson looking for Gorner. Gorner gets it. Gorner drives, attacks, lays it up, and gets the friendly roll. And San Jose State takes the lead back by 1. Back and forth we go, 63-62.
Yeah, Utah State's got to start cutting the screens.
Ashworth, long three, contested, doesn't go for him, and San Jose State with the ball in a 1-point lead. Cardenas on the left wing, trying to find his man. Viola's got good positioning against Shulga, faces up, takes the jumper, gets it to go, and draws the foul. Holy cow. 6:49 left to go in the game, and San Jose State now leads by 3, 65-62 with a free throw still to come. You're listening to Aggie Basketball. That's our under 8 media timeout on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. One of 65-62 with the free throw coming up for San Jose State. 6:49 left to go in the game, and we got ourselves a game on our hands. Remember, tax reform laws impact almost all tax returns each year. Taxes can be confusing. H&R Block has 60 years of experience dealing with those taxes. Information is available at hnrblock.com. H&R Block of Logan, owned and operated by proud Aggie alumni. Well, time for your Aggie scoring summary. Utah State's trailed by as many as 10. They've taken the lead by 1, but every time they take the lead back, San Jose State answers with one of their own. It's your Aggie scoring summary brought to you by your Utah pork producers. Go to utahporkproducers.org.
Yeah, these Spartans, I mean, they're playing with a belief that they can win this game. Every time Utah State gives them something, they come right back at them. So give these guys credit. They're playing a tough basketball game. Aggies just got to make sure, secure the rebounds, get in transition, and they'll give themselves a chance.
Viola, not statistically a good free throw shooter, but in the first half, on his one trip to the line, he went 2 for 2.
Can you jinx him here?
I think he's a spectacular free throw shooter. Should make this one. Lines it up, and he does not. Rebound pulled down by Akin.
How dare you, Scott Gerard.
There we go. Max Shulga crosses the timeline, remains a 3-point game. Stephen Ashworth on the right wing to Taylor Funk. Funk to Shulga. Shulga looking for Ashworth. Ashworth drives. Ashworth gets his man up in the air, but leaves it back for Shulga. He takes the three and misses it badly. Bad miss by Max Shulga. Aggies have missed their last couple threes after starting the second half. 5 of 6 from the line. They're now 6 of 9 from the 3-point line. 3-point game. Amari Moore gets past Shulga, attacks, kicks it right. Cardenas takes the three and buries the three. Or excuse me, that's Warner that hits the three.
Yeah, that's Funk ball watching. I mean, he's just sitting there ball watching on the baseline, not paying attention that he's got a guy who's 4 for 5 from 3-point range.
San Jose State 5 of 8 here in the second half. Ashworth to Akin, back to Bairstow, leaves it back for Akin. He'll throw down the two-handed dunk. 68-64, 5:50 left to go in the game.
Give San Jose State the ball watching thing as well, just sticking on their man, but got to get a stop.
Gorner with 20 points on the night tonight, averaging 5.6 coming into this one. And he'll take another straightaway three. Miss it. Heat check there. Bairstow at the rebound. Gives it over to Akin, quickly over to Ashworth. Ashworth cross court to Bairstow. Bairstow then to Akin. Hands right back to Bairstow. Thought about the three. Instead drives, gets the elbow. Leaves it back to Ashworth, back to Bairstow. Now Ashworth collects now on the right wing. 18 seconds. Bairstow all by himself behind the three-point line. Driving now, spins, takes the fadeaway jumper. It's short, and the rebound pulled down by San Jose State. Aggies' offense is really kind of jammed up here.
Yeah, not a great possession. A lot of dribbling that time, and then a really tough two. Tim Miles, I think, recognizes the importance of this possession. Yep. He's going to call a set play.
Smart move. Tim Miles showing why he's one of the best in the business. We got a full timeout. Utah State trailing by 4, 68-64, 5:05 left in the game. You're listening to Aggie Basketball from Learfield. Coming up here for San Jose State and for Utah State defensively. Bank of Utah and Utah State Athletics are teaming up this basketball season to donate to Hoops for Hope. Every point the Aggies score at home, Bank of Utah will donate $1. So big thanks to Bank of Utah for supporting the Aggies. All right, so Tim Miles, there's been 3 big Utah State runs that Miles has not called timeouts on. But yet, with his team leading by 4 with the ball, he called a timeout because he knows going up by 6 or 7 would be a huge boon for San Jose State right here.
Oh, big difference maker. I thought that very, very wise coach move. Going to be interesting to see what they come. If it's to the pattern of that he's had already, it's going to be more coming off screens going downhill. There's a chance they run something for Gorner as well.
Gorner's got 20 points on the night tonight. 6 of 8 from 3. Just been unconscious from beyond the three-point line. Here we go. More driving on the right wing. Bounce pass to Cardenas. Cardenas gets into the lane, swings it right. Gorner had a look for a moment, gives it to Cardenas. Cardenas on the right wing. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Moore against Akin, attacking off the glass and rattles it home. And that was all Amari Moore. Utah State was pretty good defensively on what they wanted to do, and then Moore just said, clear out, I'm going to take it to the rim. 70-64, 6-point game. Stephen Ashworth now on the right wing. Akin comes up to set a screen. Instead, they give to Bairstow, back to Akin. Akin at the free throw line. Leaves it back for Ashworth. Ashworth driving, lost the handle. It's down on the court, and that can't be a jump ball. It's timeout, Utah State. I was going to say that was way too quick for something that.
Yeah, Steve knew he was in trouble and just wanted to retain the possession.
70-64, 30-second timeout. Remember, the next Aggie Coaches Show featuring Ryan Odom will come up on Monday, January 23rd at Ruby's Pizzeria and Grill, 14th North, 795 East in Logan. He's on the show each week. You'll be able to interact and ask questions. Make sure to mention you're there and claim your free appetizer. Ruby's proud host of the Aggie Coaches Show. You know, in the game against UNLV, Taylor Funk had 20 points in the first half, and it looks like they've shifted it to a full timeout. So we'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Aggie Basketball from Learfield. Sorry. Left to go here in the game as the Aggies are in a bit of trouble here. needing to come up with some points with 11 seconds left on the shot clock. And it's not even just about, well, I mean, obviously you got to score some points here, but it's about, you and I were talking during the break, San Jose State offensively is just making things look easy right now.
Yeah, they are. They're in a rhythm. They're playing with a lot of confidence. Got to figure out how to disrupt that. And sometimes you do that by throwing a zone at them, a 1-3-1 or 2-3, but we'll see.
So Sean Bairstow, more important thing here is Aggies got to get points. Try to slip it to Akin, but a foul down low and a hold on Akin. That's going to give San Jose State their 16th foul. And so Utah State will inbound once again, put 20 on the shot clock, gives the Aggies a little bit more cushion to work with, down by 6 with 4:19 left to go in the game. Aggies look like they're running the same play. Shulga's there and lays it up and in. He does. 70-66. Great out-of-bounds play by Utah State, getting a good look at the rim. All right, here we go. Can Utah State get a stop? Cardenas over to Tolbert. Tolbert on the left wing, up top to Moore, and they'll space out and let Moore go to work. Gallo comes up and sets a screen. Aggies switch. Cardenas back to Moore. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 9. Sizes up Akin. Drives against Akin. Up, under, and blocked. Right into the hands of Shulga. Akin with a big block shot. Shulga leaves it to Funk. Funk has to collect a pass that was behind him, and that'll slow things down here for Utah State, down by 4. Leaves it to Funk. Funk to Ashworth. Ashworth driving. Ashworth. Long jumper over the top. Gets it to go over the top of Diallo. That's not an easy bucket there.
No, that thing went higher than the shot clock. That was up there.
70-68, a 2-point game. Let's go. Cardenas gets around Akin, attacks, and a foul is going to go against Utah State. That'll be the 14th foul. San Jose State wants the goaltend. They say no bucket. It'll be a foul against Utah State, and San Jose State will was it on the shot? Yep, 2 free throws. And they're going to review it for a goaltend or what? Nope.
I don't think they're going to review it.
But it will be 2 free throws coming up for Cardenas, who is a really good free throw shooter at 80%. It's a 2-point game, 70-68. Cardenas steps up for 2. 15th foul on Utah State. Cardenas' first free throw is good. He is on the night tonight, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 1 more coming up. Aggies hoping for a miss, keep it a 1-possession game. 3:14 left to go in what should be a crazy finish in this one. Here's the second free throw. That's good by Cardenas. Back to a 4-point game. Inbound to Shulga. Shulga working left to right. The Aggies have some magic up their sleeves. Shulga behind the back dribble, leaves it for Ashworth. Takes the 3. No good off the back of the iron. Tipped up and controlled by Shulga. Over to Funk. Funk will take the baseline 3. That's good! Taylor Funk gets the baseline 3. Aggies down by 1, 72-71. 2:50 left to go in the game. Aggie fans on their feet here in the Spectrum. Amari Moore works the left side. Atkins there to harass him. Has to kick it up top. Gorner wide open for 3. No good. He missed it. Rebound, offensive board. No good again. On the court. Should be Utah State's ball. Whose is it? Wow. How is that not Utah State's ball? It'll stay with San Jose State. Rolling out of bounds. Oh, off the hill. Actually, a good call. Yep. I know Aggie fans here aren't happy about it, but a pretty good call.
Yeah, that was an accurate call. It went off the heel.
Viola looking for Moore. Moore on the right wing. Moore working against Akin, attacking, puts the shot up, missed it, and a offensive rebound. Aggies want a foul, they don't get it. Cardenas drives. Cardenas turnaround floater up, no good. Another offensive board. Back to Moore. Moore on the left wing. Back to Cardenas. Aggies need a stop, and they've gotten 3 already. They just can't get the board. Gorner to Viola. Viola outside the 3-point line. Leaves it back for Moore. Straightaway 3. No good. And Ashworth gets the rebound. Aggies can take the lead here. 72-71. 1:51 left to go in the game. Ashworth driving baseline. Ashworth leaves it for Akin. Back to Ashworth. Ashworth rises. Straightaway 3. Yes! How about that? Aggies take the lead by 2, 74-72. What is going on?
You gotta be kidding me.
This game is drunk. 74-72. Timeout on the court. We'll keep it here, but my goodness, San Jose State had 4 opportunities and could not come away with a bucket.
Each one, both teams fighting for the basketball, just a frantic effort, but Utah State not able to come up with it. San Jose State settles it down, gets a good shot, and then Utah State coming back in transition, and Steven just showing the guts to make the shot and take the shot and then make it that he's been able to do this year.
Ashworth now 5 of 12 from 3. 19 points, 7 of 14. He's got 6 rebounds and 2 assists. But now it gets down to another stop. Can Utah State find a way to get a stop? My goodness, what a game tonight.
Once again, in Utah State has stopped trailing and just switching. They're not cutting the screen like I suggested, but they're switching, and that's put Dan Akin on Omari Moore, and Dan has done a great job of making his life a little more difficult.
All right, here we go. Aggies with a little bit of press here. Inbound to Gorner. Gorner's being harassed. Finally, he dishes it to Moore, and the Aggies will drop back. 1:35 left to go in the game. Utah State leads by 2 on a 6-0 run. Cross-court pass, driving, attacking, and getting the bucket. Beautiful drive by Sage Tolbert, is able to get the bucket and the friendly roll over the top of Akin. Snaps Utah State's 6-0 run. San Jose State missed their last 6 field goals before that bucket. Taylor Funk, who just hit a huge baseline 3, looking for Ashworth to curl. He gets it to him. Ashworth, guarded by Gorner, backs him up a little bit. 1 minute exactly left to go in the game. Ashworth steps back, takes the long rainbow 3, no good. Airballed it, and here comes San Jose State with the chance to take the lead back. Cardenas crosses the timeline, hands back to Moore. Tie game, 74 apiece. San Jose State with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Ball screen, back screen is what they're doing.
12, 11, 10, Moore. Now we'll start the offense. 7, 6, driving, lost the handle, it goes out of bounds. That's Utah State's ball. It is. Aggies can hold for the last shot.
Here's the thing, that's karma. That's absolute karma. Gorner was 3 seconds in the key. Greg Nixon tapped him, told him to get out instead of calling it on him. Utah State gets the ball because it should have been a 3-second in the key call.
Here we go, folks. Aggies can hold for the last shot. And what you want to do here is make sure it's either a bucket or overtime. And the Aggies will call a timeout. Do not rush an early shot here. You're a big fan of starting it at 6.
You do not want to let the other team get a shot. Some guys will say, yeah, but you get it up and you want to get a chance for an offensive rebound, so you go at 8. I completely disagree, especially in this situation. Worst case scenario is you're going into overtime if you're the Utah State Aggies. You go at 6. I mean, Coach Odom's great on the X's and O's, and they're going to probably run something that's a little complex. I'm always a big fan. Put the ball in Max Shulga's hand. Say, Max, go at 6 seconds and see what you get. Make sure you get a shot off.
All tied up at 74 apiece. Utah State, San Jose State. And here comes the Aggies with a chance to win this game. Another timeout is called.
Yeah.
22 seconds left to go.
When you think of it from a professional standpoint, you watch a lot of Jazz games. With what San Jose State has done, they've been switching a lot of the screens, and so you're trying to figure out who do you want to be the defender and who's going to be the isolation player, and you're just setting the right ball screen at about 16 seconds or 14 seconds to then get the switch, to pull it back out, and then go to work. That's probably what I would run, but just knowing Coach Odom and what they do end of quarter, end of half, or end of game situations, they will probably run a more complex play, and in that situation, they'll have to start at 8 or 10.
Yeah. Bottom line is, you just want to make sure that you have the last shot. Utah State and San Jose State all square at 74 apiece. What does Ryan Odom have up his sleeve for this one? Aggies in their all-white Wayne Estes throwback jerseys, looking for a little help and looking for an opportunity to get a win, a much-needed win before a really difficult road trip next week. Ashworth will inbound. What do they say? Always watch the inbounder.
Yeah, always watch the inbounder.
Well, that's usually for like 6 seconds or less. But yeah.
I don't know if, the Boise State game last night, as I mentioned, Duryea drew up a great game play in this situation.
Here we go. Inbound to Shulga. Shulga, the midcourt logo, will hammer the dribble. Cardenas about 5 feet away from him and let him do it.
Look for the ball screen, back screen, them throwing the same thing. Oh no, down screen.
10 seconds.
Ball screen.
8 seconds. Shulga driving. Shulga attacks. Reverse layup. No good. No. There's the foul. 5.8 seconds left. Shulga will go to the line for 2. Crowd was so loud, didn't hear the foul call. But Shulga's going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
Scotty, this is why you run the play at 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Kids just get so excited and so urgent. There should be 0.8 seconds on the clock right now.
Shulga, 2 free throws to try to give Utah State the lead, but regardless of what happens here, Shulga's first free throw, no good off the back of the iron. Oh boy. Regardless of what happens here, San Jose State's going to have a ton of time for a chance to win this game. Here comes Shulga, free throw number 2. Biggest free throw of the season for Max. It is up, it is good. 1-point lead. Aggies dropping back. Here we go, Spencer, for the game. Inbound to Moore. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2. Kicks it over. Cardenas. Good look for 3. No good. He missed it. He missed it. Utah State wins. Cardenas had a beautiful look for 3, but it wouldn't fall. Oh, everybody here almost threw up. Utah State gets the 1-point victory. 75-74. Oh!
I don't know. Max got lit up at half court. They set a ball screen at half court. Hopefully he didn't get a concussion because he got hit hard, but great last 4 minutes by the Aggies. They were down by 6, 7 points. 4 points, and then Miles calls that timeout. They go up by 6. Really good way to finish this game. 4 minutes of the Aggies. Guys really gritted it down and were able to get this victory.
Final in this one, 75-74, a despondent San Jose State. I tell you what, Cardenas is walking off, and he's upset with himself. I will say this, that young man has nothing to be ashamed of. He played his tail off tonight.
No, he actually reminds me of one of my favorite teammates of all